Welcome back to PTI. I'm your host, Logan Marshall, and we're going to be discussing who won the trade of the Mikal Bridges going to the Knicks from the Nets. What is everyone's thoughts here?
Personally, I think it was great for both teams, but I definitely think the Nets benefited from this trade for the long term. Obviously, they're not going to be competitive next year or really in the near future, but they got 5 first-round picks, and if you know the New York Knicks, they are always good for a short amount of time, and then they blow it up and are bad for a long period of time. These first-round picks, especially the ones that are later on, will be extremely valuable, could potentially be a number 1 overall pick or a couple top 3 or top 5 picks. So I do think the Brooklyn Nets, by when all the protections are lifted off of this trade, you will say that the Brooklyn Nets would have won this trade.
I completely agree. I mean, you get a roster that is... The Nets did exactly what they need to do, which is assemble by far the worst roster in basketball during the Cooper Flag draft. And Cooper Flag looks like a generational talent from the rumors we're hearing this summer from Team USA, from watching him play in high school. He's bound to have an amazing year at UCLA, where he just committed to recently. The Nets absolutely won this trade, in my opinion, and I don't think it's close. I think the Knicks become championship contenders. They already were. I think now that they, complete the Nova Knicks, I think they beat the Nuggets. I think they beat the Timberwolves. I don't know how they match up against the Sixers. That's a close series. But they don't all of a sudden with Mikal Bridges become, okay, that's the team, as like the Celtics did when they traded for Drew Holiday and Porzingis.
I also think that right now the Knicks, with Jalen Brunson, who's a bona fide top 5 point guard in the league, Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Julius Randle, who's healthy. People forget he's an all-star when he's healthy. And Mitch Robinson. That is a great championship-level team. With the chemistry of the Nova Knicks, I think this team puts them over the edge for the championship contenders. And you're saying that these 5 first-round picks that the Knicks are going to blow up in a couple years, this first year, if you think they're going to finish, if they're not going to make the playoffs and be a lottery pick, that first-round pick is going to be a late first-round pick, in my opinion. And I think this trade really completes the Knicks, because not only is it, the Nova Knicks are complete, people forget, before he was on the Nets, he was on the Suns, behind Devin Booker. As a third option, he averaged 17.2 points per game. He's also a 3-and-D guy. He really not only completes the Nova Knicks chemistry and is also a great player, he complements the Knicks so well. And you're getting back Julius Randle, which is an all-star level player. And listen, I don't like his shot takes, but I still love him as a player. I think he's an all-star. And this really puts them over the edge. And I just don't think that the 5 first-round picks might be a little bit of an overpay. But I think they could be NBA champions come year or two.
I think the Celtics stand in the way. I don't think there's any way they're NBA champions. I think as long as the Celtics stay this good, there's just absolutely no way.
You say that, but also the Knicks, when you think about it, Mikal Bridges and OG Anunoby, those are 2 very, very elite defenders. At their wing position, they're preparing to play against the Celtics.
Well,
they were ready. They were planning. They got 2 wing defenders, OG Anunoby and Mikal Bridges. Those are the 2 top 10 defenders in the league, and you're going to put them against the Celtics. I like our odds. Listen, I'm not going to say we're going to win 100% in 4, but I'm saying I would think that could go 7 games.
Well, Drew Holiday is going to lock up Dante DiVincenzo, and he's going to be fine against Jalen Brunson.
Listen, Jalen Brunson, I think you underrate, because Jalen Brunson got double-teamed more than almost any player in the entire league last year. Now, how are you going to double-team Brunson when you have Mikal Bridges, OG Anunoby, Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle? How are you going to double team? Who are you going to leave open?
Mikal Bridges showed in Brooklyn that he was not as good as the number 1 option as we thought he was. After the
but
trade
he's not a number 1 option.
I know he's not. But I'm talking about just as a scoring option, he's not as amazing as we thought he could be when he kind of fooled us when he was on a Brooklyn team with absolutely no one post-trade deadline.
But on the Suns,
in 2022.
He was a good third option for the Suns.
But he showed that he regressed offensively on the Nets.
And Mitchell Robinson gets injured as much or more than any other center in basketball. If he gets hurt, who is stopping Porzingis? Who's stopping Tatum?
And
who is stopping
Julius Randle can't shoot. The floor spacing between Julius Randle and Mitchell Robinson is absolutely disgusting.
I'll just say that the Knicks are clearly the second best team in the East. I think the Paul George trade actually with the Sixers was super overrated. I don't even think it helped the Sixers at all.
All right.
I think the Knicks
that concludes our PTI.